Are we on?
Yes,
Okay.
this is.
Horns up, everyone, and welcome to Headbangers Kitchen Live. We are doing some cooking today, and as you can see, we are in my new house, rented house, just FYI, because I don't own this house. Um, we're still figuring out things here. The lighting is a little different from the previous place, so I figured what better way to test the waters than to do a live cooking session, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm cooking up what I consider to be a healthy dinner, which is a boat noodle soup. So we've got some chicken thighs here. That's going to be our protein. Got some mushrooms here and some broccoli, vegetable component. Got a little bit of spring onion green as well, which is also technically a vegetable. And we'll be using these glass noodles, which are 140 calories for a serving of 40 grams, which is pretty good. So, yeah, we're going to make these noodles and we're going to start by soaking our rice noodles. So, let's get them out of the box. And this is a pretty simple and easy recipe to make. It makes a quick dinner. Now, the key ingredient here is this. This is a boat noodle mix that I bought. I don't know where I bought it. I want to say I bought it in Thailand. No preservatives, no artificial colors added, no artificial flavors added. Now, if my eyesight allows me, which it doesn't, I would try and read the ingredients, but it's basically got soya sauce, coconut milk, garlic, spices, and yeah. So it's not a very complicated paste to make. There's some cinnamon, coriander seed, five spice powder, and chili. So that, coconut milk and soy sauce. So if you don't own this, if you don't have this, basically coconut milk and soya sauce are the two liquids you will need, and some spices like the coriander seed, the five spice, and the chili. So three spices, and of course some garlic. Pretty simple. You could make this yourself. So let's get started. Got a bowl here, and I'm going to put the noodles in the bowl. You know what? I'm going to weigh the noodles out, just so I know how many noodles are there in this, how many grams. Okay, so this is about 128 grams of noodles, which means it's 3 servings. So this anyway will make about 3 to 4 portions. So yeah, perfect. Oops. Anyway, let's put this away. Alright, now these noodles, there's no cooking required really. You just got to soak them in water. Not even warm water, just regular water will do. So, just going to soak them. There we go. Pretty much submerged, and they will start to soften. You can put a bowl on it if you need to weigh it down, but yeah, those are the noodles. So let's get cooking everything else. So you can join me here at the new induction cooking stove that I am slowly getting used to using. I haven't been very big on induction cooking, so let's get started. Alright, this is a pretty big vessel. Cool, I think we're doing okay. And you know, most of my recipes are kind of very similar in the sense that you always saute the chicken and the veggies, and then you add some liquid. So we're going to start by heating up the pan. Let me get my tongs here to handle the chicken. And I'm just going to let this get nice and hot. And I'm going to put in some olive oil, because that's what I got at home. Not too much. Normally I would weigh this out or measure it out, but I think that might be little less than a tablespoon, so I'll count it as a whole tablespoon of olive oil. Now we just wait for that to. That's the only thing I miss about the gas stove is like I have to keep the vessel on the hob, otherwise it doesn't heat up, so you can't like lift it up and swirl it around, which is something I do miss. But we are also going to get a gas stove, a small one of those portable ones, and I can place it there on the kitchen island, and then I can cook on the gas. So here on the kitchen island somewhere we'll put that. But for now we'll do with this induction stove. Okay, now there's not much to do other than wait, but I do have some salt and pepper mix here in this. I think it's salt and pepper, I'm not sure. There's definitely pepper. Just open it over here, if anything spills out it can season the oil. I can't tell. We'll find out when we season it.
You can make out it's salt and pepper.
It's more pepper than salt. Anyway, let the oil heat up. And now I've already seasoned my oil, as you can see, with a little bit of pepper. Hey, good to see we've got some folks in the live stream. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well. By the way, if there are any questions, you can read them out to me.
No questions so far. Linda says she's watching at work.
Oh, awesome. Hope to keep you entertained.
Joanne says, good to see you again.
Always lovely to see you all. And by the way, that's Marissa behind the camera who you're hearing. Just in case anyone wonders who that is. Okay. This is, maybe I can turn the heat up on this. Ooh. Let's make it nice and hot so we can really sear the chicken. And now I've got like this exhaust here as well, so I'll turn that on. Though there are no smoke alarms in this house, so even if I had the entire place smoking, there'd be no issue, because smoke alarms is not really a thing most people have in their houses in India, except the new fancy houses. Though this one is quite fancy, but I don't know why they don't have it. So, this is hot or is it not? Okay, the oil seems slightly hot now. Let's put the chicken in. Now the chicken is not seasoned yet. Let's get that in there. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's the chicken in. And now I'm gonna season it with what may or may not be salt and pepper. Okay, it is salt and pepper. Season it on one side. And in fact, there's plenty of it being, just throw all of it in the pan and it'll work out just fine. And move the chicken around. And this is one of those non-stick pans that is really very, very non-stick. As you can see, nothing is sticking at all. I'm going to turn the heat up even more to a scorching 9 on the induction. Try and get some color on that chicken. Meanwhile, I also throw in the onions now. So this is a little bit of red onion and also the spring onion white part, or the white part of the spring onion. You can see the chicken's got some color, so I'm flipping it over. Not much on this one, but yeah. Give it a little more time, some color. So I'm Hopefully you guys can hear me. Still getting used to the induction. I'm just cooking that out. Move the onions around as well. Flip the chicken over. There, now it's got some color. So basically we're going to braise this chicken with the onion and the mushrooms as well. In fact, now's a good time to add in the mushrooms. I know it's a lot of mushrooms, but hopefully they will saute a bit and reduce. This is like a one pot dish because I don't like doing a lot of dishes, so the idea here is that this is one pot. Makes your life easy peasy. So we're just going to let the mushroom saute now. And again, if you're using a gas stove, things might move a little faster. Right now everything's moving really slowly. Hello to everyone watching. If you can see the like button, smash it. If you can find it, smash the like button. And also let me know which part of the world you're watching from. I'm always curious to know. Finally, this little mix of salt and pepper seems to be over. Just season the mushrooms with whatever's left. Mostly pepper now. There we go. Throw that in the bin now. And you can also cut your chicken into pieces, but I've left it into bigger pieces so that when it braises and it cooks, like it doesn't get too overcooked. Because now it can slowly cook with all the veggies and the stock. Because basically that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating like a soup with this. And then of course we can shred the chicken later while it's in the stock. Right. Mushrooms are also cooking. Yeah, this pan doesn't get very hot, so I guess this is going to be a little slow process. Okay, keep cooking. Not much to do now other than wait and let this cook.
Okay, so David from US, from the US, David from the US. Put your toes in the food.
Put my toes in the food.
And then he says you're mixing it too much. Let
No,
it
but
cook.
the heat of the pan is not that hot. Like if you use a cast iron pan, even if you move it, it's not a problem because the pan is super hot. See, this pan is actually quite big. I think I'm using the wrong induction size. See, that's a small hob. I could probably put on the bigger hob and get more heat because this is not a cast iron pan. In fact, this is the hot spot here. See, that's the hot spot. Here is all cold. This is all cold. This is the hot spot. So everything needs to cook here. This which is the bigger side. Is that a small hob? This is the big one. So we can do one thing. We can switch the hobs. Okay, this is the bottom hob here, but the light is not as good. Let's turn this hob here. Let's turn this guy off. Cool.
Says brown the chicken before making its stock.
I already browned the chicken. This doesn't have any bones in it. So making a stock is not going to be like super flavorful. Also, all the flavor is in this. You don't need a chicken stock because this is Flavor City. So if you've ever eaten Asian food, it's the sauces that really bring a lot of flavor to the dish. So you don't need to work so much at the stock. Like unlike something like a chicken jus or a what's the other thing called, demi glaze, a demi glace.
Glaze.
Yes. There we go. All right, that's enough. I'm going to add in my broccoli as well.
He says I cook Asian food for a job.
Oh, fantastic. Like I said, this is a new setup for me, so it takes a little time. And again, this is a quick, easy meal. These are boneless thighs, so again, there's only so much flavor we're going to get out of them. Anyway, in goes the boat noodle sauce. And now we've got to add a bunch of water to this. And then just cook that down. Add about 150.
Thighs are the best part of the chicken.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thighs, and if you got them with bone, even more flavor can be extracted, of course. But these are boneless, and thighs with skin. My favorite chicken part is chicken thigh with the skin on. There we go. Now, just give that a good old mix there. I'm just going to let that braise and let the broccoli also steam. It's good. Fantastico. Where is the lid gone? And now I actually have one of these transparent lids so you can see the steam more than anything else. Yeah, so I can turn it down a little bit now. Let's turn it to a 7. And now that's just going to cook, I think, for 5 minutes. 5 maximum, 7. 5 probably. Patience is not my strong suit, especially when it comes to cooking. I like things to be very quick. We can check in on the noodles meanwhile. The noodles are nice and thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strain it and leave it. And then this will go in the chicken. They're the rice noodles. Glass noodles actually. They're called glass noodles. Glass noodles. But I think they're made of rice only, if I'm not mistaken.
That's actually originally supposed to be made of bean paste.
What base?
Bean.
Bean.
Not, yeah, it's supposed to be a bean
So
noodle.
it is bean starch, potato starch. Oh, okay. Bean starch and potato starch. Cool. I did not know that, despite eating them for a while now. A proprietary food. Interesting. So bean starch and potato starch. Cool. And they don't have any taste on their own. They're like
No,
basically
they're
add
so
them as like
good.
a textural element. Yeah, I have no taste on them.
Because they soak in a lot of flavor, no?
Yeah. So that's why I like using them in like a soupy preparation. Like if you're making some kind of a soup, it's perfect for that. So, what's cooking in everybody else's house? How are you all doing? As you can see, finally getting something done in the new kitchen. I've just ordered a set of studio lights, so those should show up today, and from tomorrow we're going to start doing a few trials in the kitchen. And hopefully by the end of the week we will be set up to start shooting new videos. Till then I'll do a couple of live streams as I always do. I'm also working on a new series of videos of what I eat in a day. So to give you a sort of behind the scenes into what I'm actually eating and not just what I'm cooking or photographing and vlogging about on my other channel, Headbanger Eats, where I vlog and post about restaurant food. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the series. Today is the first one, so this is part of that series. Let's get into this now. It's looking nice. Just turning the chicken around so it can soak in that flavor. Do you guys like your broccoli to be slightly crisp, or do you prefer to have it more al dente? For some reason, I quite like to annihilate my broccoli when it comes to the texture. I always cook it till it's like
Overcooked.
nice and soft. Yeah, probably overcooked for most people, but nice and soft for me. So yeah. So now there's nothing left to do but to wait. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away.
So, Red Mystica says, looks so freaking good, I'm hungry.
Awesome. And I like to think this is a nice, balanced, healthy meal. You've got a little bit of your carbs here from the rice, from the glass noodles. I don't know why I keep calling them rice noodles. From the glass noodles, you've got your protein from the chicken thigh. You've got healthy chicken fat from the chicken thigh as well. Olive oil in for the cooking, and mushrooms and broccoli, and yeah. And some coconut milk also in the boat noodle sauce. So that has a little bit of fat as well. So it's, I feel, a nice, well balanced meal. Should fit all my personal daily macros, which is getting in a good amount of protein as well, and keeping the calories at a minimum, so as to not make very high calorie foods. And this will be filling because there are vegetables. You've got your mushrooms, your broccoli, and the noodles are there as well. So yeah, good balance of things. Obviously, I have no patience, so I want to put the noodles in now.
It smells so good.
Yeah, these boat noodles are amazing. Go, we add in the glass noodles, and then get them in there so we can really soak in the sauce. And I'm also going to add some more water actually to this, because it's supposed to be kind of soupy. So add it in the water. Just let everything be submerged. Okay. I'm going to get a spoon now. Just taste the broth. That's good. It's mushroomy, soya saucy, nice. I could probably add something more to this. Probably a squeeze of lime, obviously, before eating. You still have the spring onion greens to go in. There's a nice hit of pepper as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of pepper in that. But let's see what I can find in my fridge. New fridge is very small, so all my sauces are taking up a lot of space. Is there anything interesting I could add to it? Very good.
David says less is more. I would add spring onions.
Yes, I will add the
last.
spring onions, but,
Yeah, we do have spring onions to add last.
but I've got this guy.
And this is?
This is ketchup manis from Indonesia, and it's a special one meant for like meaty dishes. It's like soya sauce, but just a squeeze of this. Actually, I could have thrown some chilies in if I was not a spice wuss.
Someone did say some ghost peppers.
You can just do some chili, like a dried red chili or a little chili crisp also. Just a little drizzle of this. There we go. It should do it.
It's like
It's like a sweet, sticky, yummy thing. Just mix that in. And then just add to the broth flavor. So actually I may have run out of sauce. So this, you need, what does it say? It says you need 250 ml of water with 60 grams of this concentrate. So I don't know if I didn't really measure that out, I just eyeballed it. So top, mix it up, release some there. Go with the chicken. Once again, got to go in for a taste. Now we're talking. Cool. It is now 4:41. So in exactly 2 minutes, we will turn that off, and then that will be dinner later today. There's
There's a
pepper.
lot of pepper.
It's not the pepper on the lips, it's at the back of the throat, but it's good. Maybe I just swallowed something the wrong way. But yeah, put this. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
So, David says, enjoy your food. I'm going. I liked and subscribed. Have a great day.
Thank you, David. Lovely to meet you, and welcome to Headbangers Kitchen. And see you on the next video. Yeah, I don't have the patience. I think 2 minutes are over.
If you say so.
Yeah. Yeah, see, a lot of the liquid is also dried up. So we don't want to lose any more of that soupy liquid. So I think we are good. Everything is cooked. The broccoli is cooked. The chicken is cooked. In fact, we can just tear through the chicken. Yeah, there you go. See, the chicken is beautifully cooked. And it just falls apart like that. We've got lovely, juicy, beautifully cooked chicken. So turn the heat, turn the stove off. There we go. And now we will finish it, which I almost forgot to do, with the spring onion greens. Lots of them. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our dish. Fantastic. Perfect. And now this sits here. I don't think you need me to taste it now. I'll just eat it for dinner later. And that in under 30 minutes we've
27 minutes.
Yeah, not to mention the talking beforehand, but if you take the prep time in, you can still do it in under 30 minutes, especially if you're a little more comfortable on your induction stove, or if you have a gas stove, could do it a little faster. But yeah, there you go, and I'll squeeze a little bit of lime over the top. I could do that now. A little bit of lime on top. There you go. So with lime, you don't want to squeeze it. Oh, the seeds, I'll remove them later. It's okay, we'll remove the seeds later, no problem. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your lovely, healthy dinner made in 30 minutes, pretty much in real time. The only thing we did beforehand was chop the spring onion, chop the mushroom, and wash the broccoli. That's it. Everything else was done on camera. So if you have any questions, come around and I'll answer them. Oh, I can sit on my new chair as well. If you can, just take a few pictures with your phone of the food. Or take a video actually, sorry, I need the video. So I finally got... No, so I'm not eating dinner now. I'm going to watch a movie later. Furiosa. I'm going to watch the movie Furiosa. Whatever it is, the Mad Max movie. So that's why I was like, let me finish cooking dinner. Also because Marissa is here and she has to go home. So her working hours end at 5. So finish cooking dinner. We'll eat dinner at 7:15 maybe, and then go for the movie. The new place is good. We're getting settled in, as always, when you move into a new place, you got a few things you need to take care of, this and that. The name of the dish is just boat. I guess you can call it boat noodles with chicken and broccoli and mushrooms. or I don't want to say boat noodles because boat noodles are actually different, but this is a boat noodle inspired dish from the boat noodle sauce which I have. So we can call it that. Furiosa. Furiosa. There, I said it correctly. And to think English is my primary language and I don't speak any other language. Let me see if I can adjust this tripod. There we go. Actually, it is now time for my coffee. This is the time I drink coffee. So, I would like to make my coffee right now. I guess we can go and make some coffee. Sitting on the new chair in the house. There were no chairs in the house. I mean, there were sofas, but now we got this chair for the kitchen island so I can sit down. IKEA for the win. Coffee is life. Absolutely. There, we got you guys down. Yeah, let's go get the coffee. Marissa, you want to handle this? There's dinner. That's chilling out. One last look at it. There we go. Okay, my room is a bit of a mess, so please ignore it. Get the coffee machine on. I put stevia in my coffee, just a little bit.
I think you can speak Hindi, but you choose not to.
Yeah, because it's not my primary language. So why would I speak Hindi and why would I alienate at least 80% of my audience by speaking Hindi? My audience is from all over the world. So if I speak in Hindi, I'm going to alienate my audience. And I speak in English 99.9% of the time, whether it's to my parents, whether it's to my friends. Hindi is not even my mother tongue. My mother tongue is Sindhi, which I don't speak because I don't know how. So Hindi is just a language to get by where I need it. So I don't think in Hindi. I don't live my life speaking Hindi. So just doesn't make sense, right? It's like if you grew up speaking Hindi, you'd learn English only for applications where it made sense. You'd speak in Hindi to your friends and family. And similarly, I grew up speaking English. So it's very normal. There. That's just the coffee machine, the cup that collects the water. So now, do we have enough beans in? Yeah, we do. I don't know if you can see, but the beans are in here. The beans are in here. And now I'm going to get myself a long black. That will come out of this now. So the coffee beans are being ground there and the coffee will come out here now. Let's go. There it is. Now, if you can peek into the cup, you will see that foamy bit of the coffee. That's called the crema. And that's why I absolutely love espresso machines. Because I live for that crema. That crema is liquid gold. By the way, if you guys can find the like button on this video, smash the like button on this video. Alright, my coffee is ready. Now, I like to put a little bit of water in my coffee to dilute it very slightly. So, I'll put like a tablespoon or so. What that does, it dilutes the coffee to the perfect strength. It drops the coffee temperature to the perfectly drinkable temperature, and now I have the perfect cup of coffee. Yep. There we go. So I've got my coffee now, and if If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. By the way, most important, I forgot to tell you right at the beginning of the live stream. See this t-shirt I'm wearing? Check this out. If you like this t-shirt, it's on sale. This is my name as a solo artist, Demon Stealer. And this is the artwork for one of my songs. And they're linked below this video if you want to grab a coffee. Not a copy. A coffee. A copy. If you want to grab a copy of the t-shirt. So their t-shirts, their mugs, their mobile phone covers, there's women's t-shirts, men's t-shirts, full sleeves, hoodies. It's all available. And of course, if you live in India, then there is a website called redwolf.in where you will get it cheaper because the web store that is linked to YouTube is the USA web store and the European web store. So the prices are in dollars and euros. So yeah, just an FYI. What? Yeah, have as much as you want. Do I like Gelqueen? I have no idea what Gelqueen is. And I don't have my computer handy, so I can't really Google it. Gelqueen. Sounds interesting. So yeah. Well, we see 56 people on this live stream. That's great. I don't even have Alexa around me now. Or Google. Hey Google, what is Gelqueen? Hey Alexa, what is Gelqueen? Now some of you have Alexa or Google. Your Alexa and Google is definitely Googling something, hopefully. I can't remember. Do they respond to everybody's voice or do they just respond to the owner's voice? Like a pet. Oh, that's a troll. Damn it. Don't make fun of an old man.
That was a troll that asked you that.
Apparently. It's probably something gross that I should not look up.
So.
Does Marissa get to try any of the dishes that you make? Yes. She gets to try and eat all the food. In fact, whenever there's extra food, I ask her if she wants to take any home as well because it just makes too much. Yo Manji. So we basically just made some noodles in a boat noodle broth with broccoli, mushrooms and some chicken. A nice healthy dinner for the weeknight or even the weekday actually. To be very honest, I'm not much of a noodle fan. I much prefer rice over noodles. It's just that I had this box lying around and I had to finish it and I was like, what can I make with it? Therefore, I made the noodles. Otherwise, I would much rather make like a saucy chicken and eat it with rice. Are you more of a noodle person or are you a rice person? Or are you a keto person or a low carb person and you don't eat either rice or noodles? Or maybe you just eat those cognac noodles which are zero carbs. Or some kind of high protein, low carb noodles that are made from something else. Let me know. I'm also a bread person. But bread is for dinner, rice is for lunch. That's what I like to follow. Bread for breakfast, rice for lunch and bread again for dinner. Sometimes rice for dinner, but mostly bread. Sandwiches, burgers, or just a toast with egg. I like to eat breakfast food for dinner quite often, like eggs and toast, scrambled eggs and toast.
I used to live on breakfast food. That's the easiest thing to
Yeah, it's if you're ever hungry, you just need eggs. Scrambled eggs is the easiest thing to make. Do I prefer mutton with rice or chicken or should they be boneless? So I don't actually eat much mutton. I like the taste of mutton a lot, but it's a lot more calorie dense as a meat. So that's why I eat chicken more than I eat mutton or beef or even pork for that matter. I want to start eating more fish. Fish is actually much lower calorie, prawns also. But somehow like I don't feel satiated with fish and like mentally I'm not satiated. Physically I'm satiated with fish and prawns, but it just doesn't feel meaty enough. And when it comes to bone or boneless, look, obviously with bones the flavor is unmatched, but I just like the comfort of eating bone free. So most things I do eat bone free, but if it's a particular dish that really needs that bone, like especially for like soups or a nice stew that's going to be cooked low and slow. So I recently did this recipe for a Bengali mutton dish, kosha mangsho, which is like a slow cooked mutton, stirred it for like 2 hours to make it. That I could not have done without bone. Like that needed the bone, and it was incredibly tasty. Do I like? Oh, Marcus. Marcus, unless you give me an explanation, I'm not answering the question. Munting. Why did why did I stop keto? It was not sustainable for me. I felt better eating carbs, and it was too restrictive. Therefore, I quit. Simple as that. There is a longer video explanation on the channel, so you can watch that. The thing is, I did keto mainly for the weight loss, and I lost all the weight I wanted to on keto. I looked in the mirror and I just looked like a dehydrated version of my earlier self, and I gained back all the weight. And then every time I tried to restart keto, it got harder and harder and harder. And I was like, this is not working. So I need to do something that is more sustainable. I need to aim to lose the body fat rather than lose just weight as a number on the scale. And I need to do it slowly over a period of time, which is what I have been working on. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Overall, creating better, healthier eating habits, making a better relationship with food, so I don't think that this food is bad or that food is good, etc., and focus more on what nutrition the food can offer to me. So I don't really snack. I mean, you won't find potato chips in my house, you won't find me drinking sodas and things like that. And I also do food blogging now. So there is a lot of restaurant food, a lot of high calorie food that I need to eat in moderation. So just being able to balance all these things and make a more healthy, sustainable lifestyle for myself. Because there's no point doing a diet severely for like 3 months and then going off it and going completely ballistic and eating everything in sight and putting all the weight on and then going, oh my God, now I'm back in like the zone and I'm going to like be very strict, and then this becomes a cycle, right? That's why every January, all the diet websites get a massive spike in hits. And that is why in November, December, when it's the holidays, they see like the crash in the viewership, because November, December, everyone's on the holidays, they've forgotten about their diet. And then January 1st, everybody's like, diet, diet, lose weight, lose weight. And then they go to all the diet websites, whether it's keto, paleo, vegan, carnivore, low calorie, high calorie, no, not high calorie, low calorie, low carb, whatever it is. Thoughts about Diet Coke? I don't like the way it tastes. It's not something I drink, but if it helps you to restrict yourself from eating junk, and you do it and you eat it in sort of moderation, not eat it, you don't eat your Diet Coke, you drink your Diet Coke. But if drinking your Diet Coke kind of helps you to stop snacking or eat less or whatever it is, then good on you. I think with something like Diet Coke, anything in excess is a bad thing. If you have a Diet Coke a day, it's probably not the end of the world. If you're drinking one Diet Coke every hour that you're awake, then that's a problem for sure. So I think in moderation, all good. I mean, even with coffee, I drink 3 cups of black coffee a day. If I was drinking 5 or 6 or 7, it would be a problem. For me, any diet that is so one-dimensional is always going to have some long-term health issue, I think. We don't have enough research on it yet, especially when it comes to carnivore. For example, especially with like veganism. Now, veganism was an ethical choice, but there were a lot of arguments for the health benefits of it, and a lot of people pushed that sort of narrative for the vegan diet. And I know a lot of people who were vegans all stopped being vegan because they started to have health issues. Now, that is not to say that other diets don't have the same problem. But when you eliminate a large variety of foods from your diet, you are removing a large nutritional profile as well, whether that's macronutrients or micronutrients. And yes, you can have a very healthy vegan lifestyle if you supplement it with the right sort of pills that you need. And if that's your ethical choice, more power to you. I am not here to change your mind, nor do I care. I wish you all the best and continue to do what you do. But a lot of people did have health issues because they just cut out too many things and they weren't getting the right nutrition. And that's the thing, right? Like, even carnivore, if you're going to eat carnivore, you're going to need to eat nose to tail, eat the brains, eat the liver, eat the lungs, eat the heart, eat the kidney, get all the micronutrients from all the different parts of the animal. Instead of just eating like a ribeye steak every day, you're going to have a problem because you're just eating one food and you're just not getting anything else into your body which your body needs. Of course, you could supplement it with a bunch of pills and things like that, but then, I mean, is that how you want to live your life? I wouldn't. I do not like juicing fruits at all. I have never, I mean, I do enjoy a good glass of orange juice that is not bitter every once in a while, but on a daily basis, I want my fruits whole, because if you juice them, you're taking out a lot of the fiber and you're changing the way the fruit and your body would actually work if you were eating the fruit. When you eat a fruit, there is fiber and there's a lot of things that are there in the fruit which you're getting the entire benefit of the fruit. When you juice it, you remove the fiber and a lot of other stuff, and you're only getting the sort of sugary part of it and a few other things obviously as well, the liquid soluble nutrients. So I would always say eat the whole fruit. Once in a while, if you have a fruit juice, it's not a big deal. Also, it changes the consumption, right? Like, you will eat one orange, but you will juice 6 and drink the juice of 6, which is just nuts. Of course, if you're going to eat one orange and you just juice it and you don't strain it and you keep the pulp and the fiber and everything, that's fine. But then you'll get like this much orange juice. Then you might as well just eat the orange. So for me, yeah, no juicing. And speaking of juicing, I need to reheat my coffee because it is now gone cold. So let's go reheat my coffee in the microwave. But the microwave, I think about 20 seconds should do it. There we go. Can staple Indian food be considered a balanced diet? It can, but I would say the one thing that the diet you are mentioning is lacking is protein. So if you just add some chicken or a protein shake or any form of protein to that diet, yes, you should be fine. The thing is, dal does not have as much protein as you think. Same with chana and all these things, but you can definitely have a well balanced diet with Indian food. In fact, if you go to my channel, there is a video called Can You Lose Weight in Eating Indian Food? And that series is there for you guys. Definitely check it out. You know, yes, Brian Johnson eats more than 100 pills a day. Look, if that's what makes him happy, good for him. For me, it's more like I'd rather live 10 years less and live happier than, in a sort of desperate attempt to prolong my life, just keep popping pills and like spend so much money and like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense for a normal person to do any of that. I keep the pulp and add it to some recipes. Yeah, that's totally fine. Like, I mean, it depends, right? Like, I'm just talking from a daily eating point of view. But if I'm making a dish that requires it, yeah, then it's a different sort of reason why I'm doing it. Why is my hand sticky? No, it's not. you hearing that? Somebody's hammering something. Wow, 50 minutes on this live stream. Hey Pinky, how are you doing? Good to see you. Always good to see the familiar faces. Let's get back onto the chair. I don't know why I'm standing. I literally bought this chair so I could sit down. Cheers, guys. I think it might rain today. It's looking quite dark outside. Looks like it's gonna rain. All right. You guys have any more questions? Hey DB, what's up? Horns up. Welcome to Headbangers Kitchen. We just finished cooking a healthy dinner of chicken, mushroom, broccoli, and noodles in a boat noodle flavored broth. And I should get delivery of my lights in some time. Thank you so much, Ethan. This is the new place. Just realized that this was designed not really for shooting. It was designed more for living in. So I have to get some lights for my for the kitchen so that we can shoot and get good shots of the food. So that should happen today or tomorrow. And then yeah, we will definitely have some new videos up. As always, let me know if you have any video requests. Horns up, uncle. Good night, Zen. Oh, Zen calls me the horns up uncle. Good night, Zen. And hello, Zain. Nice to see you. Well, I can't see you, but nice to know that you're watching. And hello and good night to you. Yes, the heat wave has really hit. Waiting for things to cool down here in Mumbai. But it's just going to get mucky and wet. But hopefully it will be cooler. 11:38 in New Zealand and it is 5 p.m. here in India. Hello, no compulsion in love. That is an interesting username. Okay, here's my question to you guys. What's the story behind your current username on YouTube? Let me know. What's the story behind your username?
So mine is Marissa182.
You can show your face.
So mine is my Marissa182. At the point I was starting my, signed up for Gmail. Was obsessed by Blink182.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Oh. Well, my first email address was cyberfly007. So my last name is Makhija, which when you break it down in Hindi means fly and go. So fly like a housefly kind of thing.
Yeah, I never really thought
Yeah,
of
so
it.
that's why in school, obviously, when kids wanted to make fun of me, they would say Makhija. Makhija means fly go, fly go. So I embraced the name calling and I called myself Cyberfly because I was on the internet in the cyber web, and 007 because James Bond was cool. Of course, later it became Cyberfly 911, which I again don't know why I called it 911, but soon after that there was a band called 911, which was a boy band, and then I was like, oh, I'm done with this email ID. And then I crowned myself Demon Stealer, which is my stage name, Demon Stealer, till today. Stuck with it for, I want to say 27 years now. So obviously this was all in 97, 98 when I was 16 years old.
10 years old.
Yeah, I'm old. Oh, lovely. Emma J, never had a nickname. Oh, Posh 911, maybe. But was there a Posh 911 in 1997? Because that's how far this goes back. 97 or 98 maybe. Mensch Games thinks he's my son. Hello. Hello, son. Hello, brother. Karan Aujla Arshmit. Hello. The average 16-year-old's first band doesn't go far. Yeah, so my official first band was actually called Slaves of Pain, named after a Sepultura song. Slaves of Pain. That really did not last very long. That was like a couple of months at best. We didn't have a drummer, it was just two guitar players and me singing. And we recorded a few songs on like one of those 2-in-1 cassette tape decks. Well, I'm 41. Somebody thought I looked 50. Someone's mother thought I looked 50. I was told. Your mother, Marissa.
No.
Dipti said your mother thought I was 50.
My mother thought you were 50.
Were you born with a beard? No. Actually, I couldn't grow facial hair till my early 20s, I think. I used to really struggle with growing my facial hair. Yep, it's been a very, very long journey for me, many, many years, and I'm glad to have all your support. So, thank you all for being here and making this possible.
You look like you're 32.
Thank you, I'll take that as a massive compliment. Though I don't know any 32-year-old with so much grey hair in their beard. By the way, if you can find the like button, do smash the like button. A lot of people can't seem to find the like button on all these videos. Oh, but you're not attractive. Ah, Pravat Biswal. I'm assuming you have some personal insecurities which you are projecting onto me. You know, only people who are very insecure with their own looks feel the need to go on to random live streams and call other people unattractive.
Ask him if he's growing a beard. Maybe he's.
He sounds like he's like maybe 17 or 18, just hit
Definitely
puberty,
does
very
have a
angry with
beard
the
like
world.
yours.
Yeah, Emma, I stopped keto in 2019 and I stopped making keto videos in 2022. So we're on a new journey now together, you know. I bet you're right. You are very handsome. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, the mediocre pianist. By the way, the mediocre guitarist would be my name as well. So we can both be mediocre musicians together. Hello, Hikari. Good day to you as well. Yes, I do feel better not being on keto. But you know, a lot of people are on keto and they feel better on keto. But like I've said, and I'll say a million times till this channel is around, I have 400 keto videos on the channel. You can check them out anytime you want and all the recipes you need are there. At where are you? I'm in Mumbai city in my house. And I already said why I stopped keto, but I'll say it again. I found keto too restrictive for me personally. It was not sustainable for me in the long term, and I started to feel better eating carbs. There is a detailed video on why I quit keto on my channel. Just look for Headbangers Kitchen. Just look for Headbangers Kitchen. I quit keto. I am not Punjabi, I am Sindhi. But I have been mistaken for a Punjabi many times, and I assume it has to do with the beard and the mustache. So yeah. Oh, hello Karan from Canada. Yes, I have a couple of Greek recipes on the channel. I have a gyro meat recipe. I have a Greek salad recipe, and I have a tzatziki recipe. But I do need to explore more Greek food because it is delicious. I'm doing good. Priya Malla, how are you? Yeah, so for a lot of people who felt restricted by egg and cheese on keto, I made like 400 recipes. So lots of Indian curries, lots of Japanese food, Chinese food, Greek food, Hungarian food, all of it made for keto on my channel. But for me, it was more about missing the bread and the rice and that energy that I had when I ate carbs, which I didn't have when I ate keto. So yeah, I just did what felt good for me. Yeah, and those keto dumplings with the cabbage wrappers are absolutely fantastic. Even if you're not on keto, you don't need to like change anything in that recipe. In fact, a lot of Eastern Europeans actually make their dumplings like that with cabbage. If you see the recipe for the uslavesh that I made, the Hungarian uslavesh, they actually wrap the meat in cabbage and they put it in there. Hey, thank you, Marco, very much appreciate it. I have not heard of New Zealand food called a hangi, but I will look into that. Hey, Karan, that's good to hear. Wish you all the best with your giveaway. However, on the internet, I would be a little careful about that. Some $200 he's giving away, under $200. But anyway, as I always say, if you have any medical conditions, always talk to your doctors and dietitians to help you, who will take responsibility for your health and not just some guy on the internet giving advice. If you need to leave, you can.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow. And send me the caption for the thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer. And like I said, it's always you got to figure out what works for you, right? Like keto worked for me for a while, but life is all about evolution. It's about changing. It's about discovering new things. We always evolve as people. Our personalities change, our habits change, our lifestyle changes. For a lot of people, like based on their jobs, based on their family life, based on their budgets, they have to eat accordingly. Like I didn't realize this for a while. I always figured, oh, I love food so much, so I don't mind spending on food. But the truth is, not everyone's financial situation allows them to eat the way they may want to eat. You know, Unfortunately, the world is still not at a point where everyone has access to healthy food, fresh food as a sort of right. It's like money talks. Thank you, Marga Thea. I really appreciate it. Pinky, that sounds amazing. Amazing. Oh, Eastern European dish that looked like red curry. The Amazing Race was a really fun show. I quite liked that. What was most impressive is how they were able to go from one country to another country without a visa. As an Indian who has to basically take out a 6-month bank statement, give the marriage certificate, property papers, income tax, and literally hand over your whole life to a visa officer to get a visa to travel to European countries and America and Canada and stuff like that. It was like, wow, Americans have it so easy. They can just get on a plane and go to Paris or wherever they want. And we have to like apply 3 months in advance, show our return tickets, show our hotel booking, show our bank statement, show our family papers, this, that. It's like, wow. That's one thing I hope changes over time. Of course, a lot of countries in Southeast Asia have visa on arrival for Indians, or you don't need a visa, which is great. So, most of our holidays now are in those regions, and the rupee goes a long way there as well, and the hospitality is amazing. Well, Mexican passports are powerful, that's great. Hopefully, in the next few years, the Indian passport will get an upgrade. Thank you, Emma, really appreciate it. Oh wow, I've been online for 65 minutes, so even I'm going to actually say bye now, guys. It's been an absolute fun live stream hanging with you all, and I'll do more over the course of this week, and we'll have some more conversations, and we'll talk about food, the life. We'll talk about food, life, the universe, and everything else. Anyway, see you on the next one. Until then, cheers and keep eating. I don't know, but I will definitely try to play in the United States with my band before I die. That's a dream of mine, and I would like to make it come true. So, wish me all the best. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.